Hi, this is our standard 12-inch strip kit. It's for a freshwater planted aquarium. We're starting here with a pre-drilled heatsink. We'll be offering those pre-drilled here shortly. 5 strips, 3 drivers, 3 plugs, end caps, adhesive, screws, and optics. Total time for this build should be less than 30 minutes. Now we're going to take one of our strips, apply a little bit of thermal grease. This is the Arctic Alumina ceramic. What this does is it transfers the heat from the LEDs to the heatsink. You just need a little bit. A very fine layer is all you need. Then put the strip on our heatsink. Now we'll screw it down with our number 4 self-tapping screws. When we screw in these screws, they're self-tapping. We need to use a little bit of lubricating oil. Hops number 9 works great for rifles, fishing reels, and for lubricating self-tapping screws. Just put a very tiny little bit on there, and then we'll screw it in. And we'll repeat that for the rest of these screws. Now that we have our strips secured to the heatsink, we arranged them so we could put 2 strips in series. We'll be joining strip number 1 to strip number 5 and strip number 2 to strip number 4. The negative from strip number 1 will go to the positive of strip number 5, and the negative to strip number 2 will go to the positive of strip number 4. Now we'll get ready to tin our wires. Here's our wire we plan to tin. We don't have too much exposed. We're using a 6037 solder. It's a very simple principle. All you have to do is heat up the end of the wire so the solder melts on it. And then it's tinned. This makes soldering much easier, and we'll do the same to the strip. Now we're doing our strip. Place the soldering iron on the contact point, and we just let a little solder melt right on there. Do the same for the other one, and it's that simple. Now both are prepared for the final soldering. We just basically heat up the solder and they melt together, and we get a good solder point. Do the same over here. And there we have it. Soldering's that simple. Now we'll finish soldering our strips. We already soldered the center strip with the red to the positive. Generally the positive side of the LED is under the crease symbol. So to simplify things, we'll do the red wire to the positive and the black wires to the negative. Alright, that's it. We're all finished soldering. Now we'll hook up our driver. Here we're going to configure our driver by adding a plug. It helps if you do a little bit of a curve on the wire. This helps the screw hold. The brown wire is the live. That goes on the smaller edge of the or the smaller plug. Simply just put it in here and screw it down. Make sure it's tight. And do the same with the neutral, which is the blue. Make sure it's tight. Tuck the wires in. And close the cap. We're now going to connect the driver to the LED strip using the butt splice connectors. These crimp on with the standard crimping tool. We put the black to the black. Make sure it's tight. And the red to the red. Sometimes it helps if you twist a wire so it goes in there nice and easy. Alright, good to go. Now let's test it out. Whoa, that's bright. I'll do the same for the other two. Alright, the rows 1 and 5 are connected. So we have the positive here to the negative, which is to the positive, which is a negative. And of course the red wire to the positive and the black wire to the negative. And let's see how it works. Alright, one more to go. Now that everything's wired, we're going to clean up the wiring with a spiral cable wrap. And that'll keep all the wires nice and neat and give it a more professional look. Now that we have the wires all organized, the final step is to snap on the optic. This is our diameter 20 Cree optics, 80 degrees. They simply straddle the LED and they snap right in place. Very simple, no adhesive required. Alright, here's our final product. Optics on. And at approximately 2 feet we're seeing a PAR of about 275, which will be perfect for a freshwater planted aquarium. Without the optics we had a measured PAR of approximately 130.